Hello everybody and welcome back to the Music Box with me, Meg Vincetta, and today I have got the wonderful Lauren Worthy.
Hi guys.
Thanks so much for joining me today with your
No
keyboard.
problem.
So we've got to sit in the lounge with you today
Yeah.
whilst you sang 3 amazing songs for us. So talk us a little bit about how your experience was in the Music Box.
It was really strange because of like lockdown and everything. Like I haven't had the chance to like perform to anyone else for like so long.
Yeah.
And especially with my last song, the one City Walls, because I literally wrote that during lockdown. So like it was really strange for people to actually hear it other than like my computer basically recording it. But it was really nice to get back to it. It gave me like a little taste of what like uni is going to be like and getting back into it. So
Yeah, so that's right. So you're about to leave Liverpool
Yeah,
and
yeah.
head down to Bath.
yeah, that's right.
Amazing, amazing. So what have you got on the cards down there?
So I'm going to be studying a course called commercial music, which is like predominantly songwriting and performing. And then the thing that stood out about that course was in second year we actually do like a 2-week tour. So I think we tour around like Bristol and Bath. So
Wow, that's
like,
so cool.
yeah, like I'd never seen that anything like that before. So I was like, that's what had drawn me to it. So
That's amazing.
really exciting.
So you were talking a little bit about when you got into music. So
Yeah.
talk us through like the journey that got you here and then your other side little project that you work on as well.
So basically I started writing my own stuff when I was like 13. So that feels like a lifetime ago now. And I actually like never wanted to actually pursue it until I started GCSE music, because I was gonna study GCSE art, and then one time in like the practice rooms in school, like I was like jamming with my friend and the music teacher walked in and he was like, you're doing GCSE music, like you're gonna change. So I
Yeah.
was like, okay. And then as soon
Thank
as
God for that moment.
Yeah, literally, like I don't know what I'd be doing now if I didn't. So studied GCSE music and then really wanted to like carry on. So ended up going to LMA to do a music course, and like as soon as I started there I was like, this is like the thing for me. I was
Yeah.
like, this is what we're
It
doing with
felt
life
like
now.
it was a part of you. It felt
Yeah.
like you were on the right path.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. So
That is so cool. So tell us a little bit about Dream Passage.
yeah, so I'm in like an acoustic duo type thing with my friend Dylan, and that started almost 2 years ago now. So we write like dream pop music, and we used to rehearse in his like brother's garage, and it was
Yeah.
all like dark and gloomy, and it was like really like moody for writing like sad songs. So yeah, we do like open mics and stuff. We've got a demo out on SoundCloud, which is on my SoundCloud, which is just Lauren Worthy, and that's called In Triple Time, and that's probably my favourite that we've written together. So we haven't been able to rehearse and stuff for ages because of like the whole coronavirus and everything, but yeah, like that got me like a lot more confidence because I wasn't just performing as like a solo artist.
Yeah.
Like I had like Dylan to lean on a little bit to like get me used to everything.
What do you prefer then? Do you prefer performing as a duo or do you prefer performing by yourself?
My goal is to be a solo artist, but I'm not very like skilled in instruments, so it was nice to like
I mean, you played the keyboard pretty well, I've got to say.
So yeah, it's nice to like focus on just vocals in the duo, but I do want to like better myself as a solo artist because I feel
Yeah.
like that's like what I see in the future.
Amazing. And I love that you're obviously doing a commercial course which
Yeah.
is based on songwriting as well.
Yeah.
So if you could write a song for any artist, who
Yeah.
would it be?
That's a really hard question. I'd probably either say a girl called Frances, or maybe Birdie. I don't know if they're like that famous, but they're like my kind of
Yeah.
vibe. So I'll probably go for one of them.
Oh, that's good. Well, hopefully you'll be able to do something like that, but you'll be too busy touring and doing your own gigs. So, so what would be your dream gig?
Well, I don't even know. Like, I'd just like to go on tour in general. Like, no, like huge venues, because I feel like I'm more like a like intimate, small venue kind of person, like cozy. So just like a small tour around the UK. Like, I don't imagine myself going like abroad to gig, but yeah, just like small venues around the UK.
Yeah, just like creating like a little niche
Yeah.
like, fan base, and then
Yeah.
you can go to nice places and just like do
Yeah,
your do your thing. So yeah, amazing. So a little bit about your music as well. Obviously, in a way, that's a kind of release for yourself, isn't it? Because
Yeah, definitely.
you've openly said that you like you know, it helps you with your mental health, and
definitely.
it's a great way to raise awareness, and
Yeah.
it's a great way to get people to talk about a topic that people generally stigmatize a little bit more now. So do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so I've always like struggled with like getting my words out to like talk to people and like ranting that way. So whenever I'm like feeling down, like I'll put like random thoughts in like my phone notes and stuff, and then come back to it like with a chord sequence to like write about it, because I feel like it's so much easier to like let out emotion and like vent through like writing instead. But I am like a strong believer in mental health. Like in the future I do see myself like, if I was gigging, like doing like a mini speech about like mental health awareness, and on like my Instagram and like all my socials, like I do, like it comes across that I'm very strong when it comes to mental health. And I just feel like I understand how hard it is sometimes to like talk about it and like go through obstacles, so I want to be there to like help
people and guide people,
do the same.
and people kind of look to music as a way of seeing how people deal with things, because everybody is affected by mental health. Like I've been affected by anxiety and all of that, and I think a good way is to make peace with your own demons type of thing, is to find a creative outlet to
definitely.
kind of, you know, soothe it a little bit. So is that how you got into helping with mental health? You were going to put a gig on with Mind, wasn't you?
Yeah, I was planning to set up a charity gig with the charity Mind, and it obviously fell through with like all that's going on in the world. But I do want to like get that back up, so when I go to uni and meet like new musicians, I can get people from like all over the country and like people from Liverpool to like come together, just to like raise money for that charity, because I feel like their websites helped me through like a lot of things as well, so it'd be nice to like give something back.
That's a good point actually as well, because there is resources available, and Mind is a really good website for anybody that may be struggling and may not have their creative outreach to out their feelings and emotions, so people should definitely check that out. Okay, let's have a little talk about your songs. So you performed 3 amazing songs for us, and the first one was If You Found Somebody. I think this is so relatable, this song, by the way, because everyone feels like this, to talk us through it.
So this song's like my little baby, because it's the first song that I wrote by myself that I actually like showed other people. So yeah, it is a very like heartfelt song, especially when it gets to the chorus, because it's like quite like quiet, and in the chorus like I kind of like come out my shell and like belt like
I don't want to know.
So that song's basically like about, it's like subconsciously knowing that the person that you were once in a relationship has moved on, but you're like in denial, and you're like, no, I don't want to know, like I'd rather just try and get on with my life and not see what you're doing, like that's the past. But obviously it's not always that easy, so
it feels like a transition of a relationship as well, so it's kind of like you're coming towards closure, and like you don't really want to go towards closure, but you know you've got to, so you're trying to turn a blind eye, and you're like you're putting out there, you don't want to know, but inside you know, don't you?
Yeah, definitely.
Is when you're writing these experiences, is it coming from yourself, or can you base it on other people's experiences?
Every song I've written is like very personal to me, and I try and make that like come out in the lyrics. Like I feel like lyrics are such a big thing for me, rather than like the music around it, so.
It's more meaningful, more resonating with what you're going through. So song 2 is Home to Me. So this one is about to break up. So talk us through that one.
So that is a fan favorite. Like that's like whenever I do like a gig or something, people are like, oh, can you do that one? I'm like, yeah, okay, like just to please everyone. That's probably one of my favorites that I've written as well. It is quite heart-wrenching, again, the chorus, because I feel like my choruses are always like in your face kind of thing. So that one is about knowing that you need to move on, and like the relationship's ending, and you're like how can you leave me, because you know like you're like my safe place, like what
it's
am I
stepping
without?
away from comfort.
It's like I don't know who I am without you, like I need you to stay. Like you don't actually need them, like you are your own person, like you don't need someone else to like rely on, but in that situation it's like the end of the world kind of thing. and it's kind of like they didn't want to stay, like they're ready to move on, and you're just not.
When you're at different places.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, again, everybody's experienced this type of like breakup where you know that it's not right, and like you feel like you are only the person that you are because of the way that person is placed in your life.
Yeah.
And then if they go, then you kind of lose a little bit of your identity. You're not really sure what you're doing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think again, a lot of people will really feel the the truth within that song. So that's a really good one. Now moving on to the third and final song, which was my favorite, City Walls.
Yeah, so that actually came out on Spotify and all other streaming platforms yesterday, which is really, really exciting. Like that was like such a milestone for me because I've always wanted to be on Spotify.
Congratulations.
Thank you. So yeah, that's like, this song was like quite different to the rest, I feel. So this one's about like a day in your life that like stands out, and I feel like everyone has like certain days along the way where they're like that's a really special day, and during that time I was having like a really tough time, and I remember going on this day out being like, oh, it's probably just gonna be like another day,
going through the motions.
Yeah. And I ended up going, and on the train home from that day I was like, I'm gonna write a song about this day.
I love that it's put like the metaphor that you've used is that it puts the colour back into your life.
Yeah, like there's a lyric in the second verse, and it's like, for the first time I don't feel colourblind, because like I'd been seeing the world as like grey and like hopeless for
gloomy,
like the longest time, and then this day it was like seeing life in a whole new aspect. So it was like, that's a day that I'll like cherish.
That's amazing. And again, like those experiences and being able to convey that through music is so important, because there is periods of your time, especially with everybody going through isolation and stuff like that, you know, things have felt dark and gloomy for a lot of people, and hearing a song like that, it reminds you, actually my colourful day is coming.
There is hope.
It reminds me of like, there's something, you know, like a friend of mine went through a breakup recently, and have you seen Sex and the City, the movie?
Yeah.
And there's a part in it where she's like, will I ever laugh again? And it's like, will I ever see colour again? That's what it's reminding me of.
We all go through it.
Yeah, definitely. And it's good that, you know, you've got your outlet to get these emotions out. So what is next for you then?
Obviously like uni, and when I go to uni, like there'll be all like other people to like collab with and stuff, so that'll be exciting. Hopefully we can all get back to gigging as soon as possible, and I do want to release an EP coming up to Christmas time.
Fantastic.
So I've got some material that I'm like planning to, but then I keep writing more songs, and I'm like, but no, I want that on it
you
too.
can't choose.
So like, but I do want it to be like a story, so I want like it to all be in chronological order, so it's like songs that are about when I'm like 14 up to like present day.
I love that. Like that's a true journey of what you're going through. So.
Yeah, because I love telling like stories and like metaphors and everything. Like, yeah.
It's really cool. Well, I'm excited to hear that. Make sure you keep us in the loop and let Big Condo know when it's out. So thanks so much for coming on to the show. I hope you've enjoyed your time in the studio and in the music box. But thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything. Thanks so much, everybody else, for tuning in today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you again soon.